You ever sit alone sometimes and think, what happened? Why does my child act so ungrateful, so disrespectful? After everything I did for them? Maybe you raised them with love, sacrificed so much, gave them the best you could, and now it feels like they've forgotten all of it. You're not alone in that feeling. A lot of seniors across America ask the same question. Today, let's sit together and talk about it, calmly, honestly, and from the heart. Let's get right into it. There are a few reasons why a child, even an adult child, might act ungrateful or disrespectful, and most of the time, it's not about you being a bad parent. It's deeper than that. 1. They grew up in a different world. The world your children grew up in is not the world you did. You learned respect, patience, family, faith, responsibility. Today's generation, they grew up with phones in their hands, constant comparison and fast answers. They see life differently. Sometimes what we call disrespect is really them trying to express themselves, just not in the way we're used to. They don't mean harm all the time, but that tone, that attitude, that short reply, it hurts, doesn't it? It feels cold, dismissive, and you start to wonder if you even matter to them anymore. 2. They feel unheard or misunderstood. Many children, especially grown ones, feel like their parents never really heard them. Not intentionally, but maybe growing up you were busy keeping food on the table, working long hours, holding the family together. You didn't have time to sit and ask, how are you really feeling? Now years later, they might carry that silence inside, and when they finally speak, it comes out as anger or distance. Ungratefulness sometimes masks pain, and disrespect often hides resentment. 3. Life's pressures change people. Let's be honest, life these days is stressful. Jobs, bills, kids, health, relationships. It's a lot. Sometimes your child's rudeness has nothing to do with you. They're tired, they're anxious, they're overwhelmed, and the people they love the most, including you, get the sharp end of their stress. It's unfair, I know, but it happens. When life gets heavy, gratitude often disappears. 4. Boundaries and roles shift. Here's something that surprises many parents. When your child becomes an adult, the roles change, and that's hard for both sides. You used to be the guide, the decision maker, the protector. Now they're independent, or trying to be. Sometimes that independence comes out as rebellion. They push you away to prove they can stand on their own. And when you step in to help, because that's what parents do, they see it as control. You see love, they see interference, and that misunderstanding turns into conflict. 5. The gratitude gap. Here's the truth. If a child grows up always being given to, always rescued, always provided for, they may not learn gratitude. Not because they're bad, but because they never had to practice it. Gratitude grows when people learn to do without. And many modern kids haven't faced that. So they take, they expect, and they forget how to say thank you. It's painful to watch, especially after all your sacrifices. 6. Hidden hurt or old wounds. Sometimes your child's disrespect is a reflection of unresolved pain. Something said years ago, a misunderstanding that never got talked about, an apology that never came. And now it's showing up as distance, coldness, or harsh words. They're not ready to say, you hurt me, so they show it another way. That doesn't excuse their behavior, not at all, but understanding the why can bring a little peace to your heart. I want to tell you a related little story so that you would learn from it. There's a lady named Mrs. Henderson. She's 72, from Norway. She has one daughter, Marissa, in her 30s. Mrs. Henderson used to call her every day, cook for her, help her with bills. But lately, Marissa barely calls, and when she does, she sounds irritated. Mrs. Henderson later said, I feel invisible. After all I've done, how could she treat me this way? But as they started talking, really talking, they both realized something. Mrs. Henderson had spent years taking care of everything. Marissa never got to show up for her mom. She never got to feel needed. So when her mom finally said, I need space, Marissa heard rejection. It wasn't about disrespect. It was about confusion and unspoken love. After that talk, things slowly changed. They still have rough days, but the distance softened. All it took was one honest conversation, just truth spoken kindly. 7. Your health and emotions affect everything. Let me share a quick fact. Many seniors deal with chronic pain, fatigue, or loneliness. When you're tired or in pain, your patience shortens. You may sound sharp without meaning to. Your tone changes. Your energy dips. Your child might not understand that your exhaustion is physical, not emotional. They hear irritation, not pain. That misunderstanding can widen the gap. So sometimes, it's not just what's said, it's what's felt. 8. What helps and what doesn't. Now, I'm not here to give you a list of tips. You've lived long enough for that. But I will tell you this. What doesn't help? And they are: 1. Guilt tripping, saying, "After all I did for you." This utterance only pushes them away. 2. Silent treatment. It feels like punishment to them, and they respond with distance. 3. Rehashing the past every time. They tune out when they feel blamed by you remembering of the past. Here's what really helps. 1. Speak from feelings, not frustration. Say, "I miss you. I feel hurt when you ignore me." Acknowledge their world. I can say this to them. "I know you're busy, but I still love hearing from you." Care for yourself. Your peace matters too. Sometimes healing isn't about fixing them. It's about keeping your own heart soft and practicing self-love before considering anyone else's love. So, if your child feels ungrateful or disrespectful, don't rush to blame yourself. It doesn't mean you failed. It means life got complicated for both of you. And maybe with a little patience, honesty and compassion, there's still a bridge to rebuild. Slowly, quietly and kindly. If this talk spoke to you today, please like this video so more seniors can see it too. And if you want to keep having conversations like this, join our community by subscribing. Here's my question for you. What's one moment that made you feel your child didn't appreciate you? And how did it make you feel inside? I'd love to read your stories in the comments. They might help another parent who's going through the same thing. And before you go, I truly wish you peace, patience, and the warmth of being understood by your child or your children. You truly deserve their love. Take care of yourself, my friend.